The worldwide outbreak of the pandemic, the ongoing war, high inflation, etc., are sources of unexpected stress and adversity for many people. Resilience can help us get through and overcome this hardship. But resilience is not something we are born with. It is built over time as the experiences we have interact with our unique individual genetic makeup. This is why we all respond to stress and adversity, like that from the outbreak pandemic, differently. So how do we build financial resilience? And what is financial resilience? Financial resilience is the ability to withstand and overcome financial hardship due to unforeseen events that can affect one's income or assets. Some situations may occur in one's life, such as divorce, disability, unemployment, or health problems that affect an individual. Events such as recession, stock market downturns, natural disasters, or pandemics that also affect the whole society. So what are the steps? First things first is creating what we call an emergency fund. I also like to call this a peace of mind fund. So a good practice is to set aside liquid money in cash equivalents, such as a bank or credit union savings account or a money market fund, or even short-term certificate of deposit with an emergency buffer to quick access when situation calls for it. And this would be the first step to building financial resilience. This fund can vary from equivalent of 6 to 12 months of salary. However, it depends on all individual circumstances. And it doesn't have to be salary equivalent. It can also be equivalent to your expenses over a year, basically. So what are your expenses like throughout the year? Then have that in what we call the peace of mind fund as a minimum. Second is improving financial capability. To improve financial capability is to have more knowledge about financial methods. That is, to gain knowledge about finance, to learn about the financial services available to you, and develop a good financial behavior. The less knowledge one has about finance, the riskier it is to invest, as lack of market knowledge leads to failure in investment. Hence, having knowledge about finance is of utmost importance. So I'm not saying be an expert, but just know the basics and have basic financial literacy and knowledge. Next is reduction or eliminating debt. So increasing debt has proven to develop insecurities among individuals. This insecurity clubbed with uncertain future or retirement plans leading to anxiety and stress. Hence, reducing debt is one of the primary steps that is advised by the experts to build resilience. So start working from your high interest rate debts and work gradually towards eliminating those. Next is tracking expenses. So failure to track expenses has always led to increased spending, and this is one of the most common reasons for increasing debt, like the credit card debts. So tracking expenses will help you analyze your income to expenditure ratio and will enable you to cut down your expenses automatically. Fifth is to diversify your income. So diversify your income is to increase the sources of income. This could be either by taking up a second job, providing value in exchange for money or products of your hobby that you can sell, or by looking for other sources of revenue from your businesses. By diversifying your income, the stress laid on a single job is decreased, and this habit of income diversification can result in wealth building. Another effective method can be return on investment. Next is asset building. So apart from holding this emergency fund or peace of mind fund, it is very important to build your assets. This may be current assets or fixed assets, short-term or long-term assets. All these practices help in wealth building. And lastly, start early in order to contribute less. The myth that wealth building, saving, and retirement should be thought of when one is 40 is very untrue. The earlier you start, the less you contribute. So these are the basic steps for you to start looking into how to build financial resilience. We'll be having a webinar on this, an in-depth discussion in detail. Details to join in are below. Comment below and let us know your thoughts. We look forward to seeing you at the webinar.